I was doing a radio show one day, and the host asked me, how do you get answers for yourself? And my first response that popped into my head was, I ask questions. You see, a question is a big door opener that says, open sesame. It's the thing that brings you the most awareness. Questions bring awareness. If I say, what is your name? And you say, Julie, I received what? Awareness. And even if you don't answer me, I receive awareness. I might not know what it means, but I did receive feedback. If you didn't answer me, it could be that you don't want to talk to me, or you need a hearing aid, or you hate my shirt. And I may not know the exact reason, but I received the awareness of, okay, no answer, which leads me to what? Asking another question, which may look like, did she hear me? Okay, maybe no. And then I got a new awareness. She didn't hear me. So that's where questions lead to awareness. An example of this is some people, might think that earning certain amounts of money are hard. Like for some people, earning millions and millions of dollars is actually just out of their range. But what if you were, for instance, Bill Gates, and you had some intuitive awareness, some guiding force, and you got him excited enough to proceed with a computer operating system? Do you think he asked a few questions? Do you think that he somehow had this in front of him and said, wow, what would this look like if I took it forward in the world? And somewhere he plucked down from the ethers information, like, oh my God, if I take this forward, it could change the whole world. He asked questions. You too can receive this type of information. Did you know that Jack Canfield and Mark Victor Hansen, who wrote the books The Chicken Soup for the Soul series, that's what they did to get the name for the title? They kept saying they wanted a mega best-selling title. And they said to the universe, please show us what the mega best-selling title is. What? Asking a question, right? What is the mega best-selling title? And one day in meditation, to Jack Canfield, the answer appeared. It just popped in. He got the heads up for Chicken Soup for the Soul, and using the power of his spiritual senses and his intuition, he received it. What if they had quit and only asked once? Maybe it would have never showed up. But they just kept asking until it showed up. That's the power of asking. And it's how I live my life, and it's how I hope you would live your life. You're driving down the road and you ask, if I drive my car straight, left, or right, which one is the shortcut? You see what I mean? It's just a choice. It's amazing how many questions kids ask. Maybe you stopped asking questions because you drove your parents nuts. And what if the very thing that drove your parents nuts is the exact thing that expands your future and opens doors and windows? What if asking question is the very tool that can change your whole frickin' life? When I'm consulting with a client, I am asking questions to myself or their guides or the higher aspect of themselves, and I'm going, what's up with them? What's their deal? What do they need to hear? How can their life be better? How can their marriage be better? How can their family life be better? If they take this path, where does it lead them? Another thing I have noticed that in school, if you get a wrong answer, you get a big fat red mark on your page. So it makes you afraid to ask questions sometimes. You're afraid to be wrong, and then you quit asking questions, and then you cut yourself off from the information, and maybe this information could actually change your life and give you more choice and expansion from which to live. If someone asks me a question, I say, great. Thank you for asking that question. What if you start showing yourself gratitude for asking questions, gratitude for seeking expansion and awareness, gratitude for the new possibilities you are opening? We should be saying to kids, it's so great you asked that question. You are so smart for asking that question. Thank you for asking that question. Imagine if you started asking questions to your government and really stayed with it until you got some awareness of what is really going on. What if we all did that? Do you think we could come up with some amazing possibilities on how to get things better? Okay, a question can also be a door opener. You can ask a question to the universe and let it open a door. So for instance, if you're doing a project, you can say, what would it take for this to show up in my life? What would it take for this project to be easy? What would it take for my kid to be able to make the baseball team? But if you're asking questions like, what would it take, or what could I do, or what could I be, or what do I need to do Can you see how asking questions like that allows the universe to open doors for you so new awareness comes in? A question, again, opens new doors to awareness. So I use the question, what would it take for blank, blank, blank to happen in my life? I use that question a lot. And I might not get the awareness in 2 seconds. A lot of times, and most times I actually do. But what if you just kept asking the question until it popped in? So what would it take for you to have a happy job? What would it take for you to have a really happy marriage? What would it take for you to raise your vibration? Any of those questions are really great questions to just ask the universe more than one time a day and just see what shows up. So questions are door openers and can actually help you manifest things.